Hello everyone and welcome to Low Budget Otaku, and today I'm reviewing the last model kit from Pacific Rim Uprising on my collection, the high-grade Gipsy Avenger DX set. Don't forget to check out my other two reviews of the line of high-grade Pacific Rim Uprising model kits, and let's hit that intro.
I'm talking about!
Follow me. I'll cover you.
Now there is a normal version of this model kit, but the DX set does come with some extra benefits. So you actually brings a LED light and a stand, what the normal version does not have. By the way, all of these model kits do have a metallic version, but there was rarer and I could not get those metallic versions. What was a pity, but I hope one day maybe I'll get at least the Gipsy Avenger, the metallic one. Again, we have some deceiving box art where the figure looks already amazing, and of course after you build it will look good, but never as good as the one that you see on the front box, unless you do some weathering and painting of your own. And again, we have a very standard box that explains a lot of small details on what you need to do, and I love that they're finally putting English on the boxes and the manuals too. Here we get our instruction manual that, yes, it is already with some English parts. It's very easy to follow. Again, these model kits from Pacific Rim are very easy to build compared, for example, with Gundam model kits. And then we have some extra instructions for the DX part. Here I have the LED light. Now you're probably thinking, why didn't you put the LED light inside the kit? Well, if you have seen any of my other Pacific Rim reviews, you probably would know that I actually bought an extra LED light for a kit that I thought was also getting an LED light. And because that one didn't get the LED light, I used that LED light on this kit. But yes, you bring the LED light, it takes 2 batteries that are not included, so you need to buy them. It's very easy to mount and then put inside the kit. It also brings a lot of stickers. Now I actually used almost all of them, except that one, because I actually prefer to paint that part instead of putting the stickers. And not the worst stickers that I've seen so far. They work very well, especially after I weather the kit. They disguise very well the fact that they are stickers. And then you have a sticker to put in the stand that I put it completely crooked. So let's take a look at that stand before anything else. Yes, Gipsy Avenger put it very not aligned, and the stand is very simplistic. You can regulate it in some ways. So this is where you put the model kit, and you can adjust angle here, and the angle, I believe, can also be adjusted from below. I'm trying to remove this, but I actually almost stuck it here, but yeah, you can adjust. Let's see if I can focus. You have 3 positions there that you can put in, and just like this one also has, I think, 3 positions, and you can put your kit. You have the bottom, you have a small part that should be removable. Okay, so let's see if I can focus. Yes, this little part here removes, and you stick the model kit there. Of course, this is not the way this should look, but it's just a demonstration where you need to put them. So the kit itself looks very good after you put together, but if you take the time to weather it, it will help a lot. So what I did mostly, I actually haven't put rust in this one, just shadowing. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, weathering, watch my Bracer Phoenix review where I show you the weathering tools that I use. And now I did that weathering because I used a very similar technique here, except that here I didn't use rust. Maybe I'll add it later, and some snow. Now, of course, this kit is full of panel lining. I did a lot of panel lining on it. And the kit itself looks amazing, even straight out of the box, but of course, this will help you. Now, some details that I'm going to show you before I go further into accessories is that once you remove this, is where the LED light goes. So you need to put it in the back. I'm going to light it up and put it in the back. And now I need to close it. Don't forget the LED turned on the kit too long, because otherwise you're just going to burn the batteries off. But yeah, it looks amazing with the LED light on. Now you get a lot of accessories with this kit compared to the other ones that barely have any accessories. Now you do have your normal arms, and then you have 2 fist hands and 1 open hand. Now, one thing that I hate in this kit is the hands itself, because unfortunately, look at this hand. Wait, can I focus better? Yeah, okay. So you have a ball joint on the hand, and then it looks like a hinge, right? But it's not a hinge. It's simulating a hinge, but there's no real hinge in there. So when you're trying to, for example, to recreate that iconic Pacific Rim pose, let me focus again. Ooh, and the arm popped off. There you go. See, if it had a hinge, it would look much better. But because it does not have a hinge, it looks not as good as in the movie. Now, this is a detail where the Robot Tamachi version is much better than the model kit, because these hands definitely should be hinged. They are not. That's sad. Of course, we have these 2 normal arms, and then we have a bunch of other arms. We have this one, I believe is the gravity gun. Either it is the gravity gun or it is the gun that shoots the blaster. I'm not really sure, but I did some amazing weathering on this one. And I believe it looks great. I'm actually repenting that I didn't paint a lot of these metallic like the guns. One thing that I did do is I had that blue paint inside the gun, and then in all of those spots around to give it more like an effect like it's going to fire, and I think it looked very good. Then I did the same thing with this one, that again it's either the gravity gun or it is the blaster. And there you go. I painted blue around the circle, around the ball, and on those tips to give it like a look that it's going to fire. And I do think it's a decent job overall. Looks much better than it looked before. And then we have the chainsaw. Now this looks great, doesn't it? Of course I painted myself because it would have looked like this gray here, but I had some iron, and now it looks very much like a chainsaw. In comparison, I think again this can look much better than the Robot Tamaji version, but of course it takes a little bit of work. But what about the articulation?
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
The ball joint in the head that is limited by a little piece here, doesn't allow you to look up, but does look down and does swivel in there, but it is a little bit limited by this part that does get in the way. So not the best articulation on the head, but it is sufficient. Here we have a ball joint with a hinge, so unlike Racer Phoenix does allow you 90 degrees, These two guys are hinged and they adapt very well. You can rotate all the way, swivel on the bicep, double hinged elbow, and then we have a ball joint on the hands. We have a ball joint and a ball joint. Allows you good crunch, good arcing back, side to side, and of course some good swivel. Here we have a hinge to one of those polycaps, allows you good spread, decent, not the best, and then we have a swivel. Can kick forward that far, kick back a lot, so good range of motion on the leg, especially compared with Bracer Phoenix. And then we have a double hinged knee. And here we have a ball joint to a hinge, I believe. It's a good range of motion on that foot, forward, backwards, and pivot. So the articulation is amazing, especially compared with the other two models from this line. Considering that this guy costs around 20 to 35 euros, this is such good value for the money. But what about his size? Size comparison. High grade Bracer Phoenix, high grade Obsidian Fury, Mini-Pla Megazord Daijujin, high grade Gundam Denial from Gundam Build Fighters. Try. High grade 160 Arbalest from Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory. High grade EVA 00 from Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is a easy to build and amazing looking kit. Had a very reasonable price, so it should be no surprise that he's getting my low budget otaku seal of approval. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't, and help me reach 1000 subscribers. Hit that little bell icon to always know when the next LB otaku video is up, leaving you with some amazing pictures.
It's a bit special.
See you next time.
Do it! Just do it!